Today I'm going to do a process video on how I do a shadow for dies that I've done with my Big Shot. Today I've cut out a Merry Christmas. It's an Elizabeth Craft die, and the number on that one is, let me just take a quick look, see if I can find it. 1056 is the number on the Merry Christmas. So after I've cut it out, and I cut it out in the black paper because it's easier for the scanner to see it, I take the die and I put it face down on my printer. I'm just going to take you over there and put it down sort of towards that. Try to make it as flat as you can. Oops, I got something on there. So I just, you can't even really see it. It's there behind. I put a piece of white paper because it makes it easier for the computer to recognize it when I scan it. So I'm just going to close my scanner lens. I'm going to put you on pause while I go over to the computer. Okay, I'm back. I'm at my computer. I'm using a Hewlett Packard, and what I've got here is the program called Windows Fax and Scan. And all I do is I go in and I select New Scan. And it then brings up choose your scanner. For me, I'm selecting the 5740 series. I press OK, and it will find my scanner. And I don't usually change any of the settings. It doesn't really matter if it's on color or whatever, but I always do a preview. And in the background, my printer is scanning it. And as you can see, the Merry Christmas appears. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink the scan area because save myself some time. I think it probably makes it easier for the computer. Make sure I've got it all low. And I'll take some of the top down. I could probably have done the, and that way, just so it makes it a little easier, I think, when I'm doing the for the silhouette, because it brings in all of the white that shows up along the edges of that. When you bring it into your silhouette, it will actually do that. So anyways, we'll just leave it the way it is. So then all I have to do is just use the scan button, and it will scan the image. And it doesn't take long at all when you're only doing a small thing like this. So then the next thing I do is I go over and I go to File. Oops, there it is, File. It's scanned in. So then I go to File and I tell it to open. And then it asks me where I want to open it. This is the screen I get. So then I'm going to do the drop down and I select Silhouette because I have a Silhouette Studio set up as an alternate. And it brings me into Silhouette Studios. So then I need to go over and outline the image. So over here on the toolbar, I come to open the trace window. And then it asks me the next thing to do is to select the trace area. And I'm going to start over here and do it one-handed. So it takes a little longer. And I'm going to have it trace that much of the screen. Next thing I do is I go over and I remove my high pass filter. And I drag it along just to make sure that I get as much of the image in there as possible. It's clean, that it has what I need in it. So that's what I've got. And then the next and the most important thing to select is don't trace the whole thing, otherwise it'll cut out everything. What you want to do is the shadow, so you want to trace the outer edge. So then once you've clicked that, it's basically following exactly behind the outer edge of the image on your silhouette. You can use this also to do printing cuts for the for your stamps. For example, if you set this up so that you had done a print and cut, you can stamp your sheets, put it through the paper through the printer with the setup for the registration marks, and then it will actually cut around your stamps. So, but in the meantime, for this one here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the black image off of the Silhouette mat, and you can see there's an outline. The outline is an exact replica, and if you wanted to just go around the outside edge, it would leave you the colored edges, colored paper in the background of the open spaces, and you could do that. That would probably be nice too. But if you want a perimeter around your die, you go over here and you'd select this one here, and this is your open the offset window. So then I just click over there and it brings me to the offset. I select offset here, and it gives you on this one, it will be, oh sorry, I have to click there, give it a space, and then do offset. It gives a 0.125 offset around the original image that was there. So then to cut it, what I do is I take the inside image and I move it off to the side, because I don't want to cut that. I'm just going to cut the outside, the further outside edge of it here. Now, don't ask me what this little bubble is, but we'll just leave it. Meantime, I go and I select setup for my printer or my cutter. Make sure that I am in the cut edge mode, and I also want to make sure that I'm using cardstock. I have my cutter already set for cardstock. Then I go to the print, or probably cutter setting here, and then I just tell it to start. I will take you to the cutter. And I've set it up. As you can see, I use Cricut mats. Cricut mats come in packs of 2, and they're cheaper than one of the Silhouette. All you have to do is when you're loading it, you just have to go and make sure you're a little further down than you would on other paper or on your other mat, so that you start off where you're supposed to on this one. So once it's cut out, I'm going to put you on hold, and then I'm going to take the image off of the cutting mat. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, I have a complete outline of the original image, and I've gone to my flatbed and pulled off the original Silhouette die cut that I did, or pardon me, the Big Shot die cut that I did, and all I'd need to do here would be to glue this onto it. I could use shimmer paper, I could use any kind of background paper I wanted. I could use different glimmer paper or whatever for the die cut, and then just attach it. It's just like doing a regular image. So, and if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll be glad to answer them. Have a great day.